Hello everybody, this is a frost seeding tutorial here. We've got an old logging road here and we've got a big bottoms that we just planted in, see if I can do this here. We got the big bottoms here we just planted this last fall in grains and brassicas. We drilled them into this bottom, lots of fertilizer, lime. Lime is most important. As you can see, it's drilled in lines here. I'll show you. But this is about a perfect example of coming back in here and getting clover established. You can see the lines here from the no-till. Able to kill everything, round up everything last August, and then be able to go in here with the no-till drill, set it on a setting where we could plant not only the brassicas in the small seed bin, but then we're able to plant the bigger stuff like the oats and the winter wheat that you see here in the rye. So you can kind of see them in the 7-inch lines here from the no-till. So that's the information piece that I'm telling you about. You can have any kind of food plot, fall food plot like this, that you can come in here and seed into it, frost seed. It's a beautiful warm day with the sun today. My wife's up there. I've just got a 4-wheeler with a spreader on it. And you know, you could tell you've got little baby turnips right here that's coming up that the deer have absolutely smoked. So you still got some of these guys left. You've got some of these little radishes left. And then you can see where the greens are still coming up in rows. We have found about a dozen sheds on just this bottom field. And we hunt these deer over there in this stand on that side of the creek, never crossing this creek. Wind blowing out of the top coming across. But we get a lot of questions on frost seeding. Frost seeding does not mean that you have to have frost to frost seed and get a good stand of clover. Clover and alfalfa are the ones that you frost seed. You want to do them in March is perfect. You can do them in February. A lot of times when you get this warm weather, like today, it's going to be 70 degrees. This 70-degree weather, what I have to say about that is that it's really not going to germinate the seed. And even if it does, you're putting down enough of it at 10, 15, 20 pounds to the acre over top in the frost seeding. Let's say you get some 70-degree days like this. That does not mean the ground is 70 degrees. And the germination really isn't going to happen. And since it's a perennial, you're going to be able to push through it. And these things this is about the best way to have a food plot on the planet. So I just wanted to show you a little bit. Come in here, plant a fall food plot. We established this last summer. Killed this, and then no-till drilled into it. A nice fall mix. This is brassica, winter wheat, grain, like you could have winter rye, you can have barley, you can have oats. I think we had a mixture of all of them, but the ones you see coming back that are still green, that's your winter wheat and your brassica. So now, right up there, we just dumped the seed in and then came down through here and we frost seeded all of this. Now look at down in here, the cracks, the deer footprints, the cracks and crevices. All of these are little clover seeds, okay? All of them. And those cracks are from it drying and thawing and drying and thawing. So these little guys are going to work themselves into the ground. That's all they need to do. The way that you frost seed and why it's called frost seeding is you really want to open up these cracks. If I waited another 3 or 4 weeks, all of this green stuff would be too tall for these guys to be able to hit bare dirt. Really, in frost seeding, you're just trying to pick a month like this month here, March, and get to a place where your seed is going to hit the ground. See all those little seeds right there? It's going to get 25 degrees in the next couple nights, And all of these little seeds right down here, this ground's got moisture, so it's gonna crack and it's gonna work this seed into the ground. Don't be worried about some of this debris. Your seeds are gonna be just fine. See, look at those little cracks that they're falling into. You just want them to be able to fall into some of these divots. And that's really all frost seeding really is. Whether this ground is wet, like this little hillside's got a spring, okay, a little sloppy. You know, these little guys are gonna fall in these cracks and they're gonna freeze here in a couple nights at 25 degrees. And then you got some of the drier stuff. You just want it to be muddy. You just want to throw this clover seed down on top, and just anywhere you look, you want to be able to see seed. Right?
Sounds good.
What's frost seeding?
Putting seed down
Early enough in the year.
Enough to where it doesn't need to even be put into the ground. Just put on top.
That's pretty quiet. You sound like a mouse.
I am.
So there we are. This is just a Femco. This Femco, I don't even put the setting on 1. It's like at a half. And it really depends on the speed that you're running. I just got it mounted to the front. Don't overthink it. Grab a bunch of, if you got a place like this that you put a fall plot in, why not put some clover in it right now? Maintain it all year. It's my favorite place to frost seed is into last year's brassica and grain food plot. And just come out here on a beautiful day with a beautiful woman, put down some clover. Just make sure you can see it everywhere. Look at all that stuff. Right in that deer footprint. Right in that deer footprint. Walk away. Right off into the sunset. That's how you frost seed. A lot of stuff out there making it too complicated. Pick a month that you're still gonna have 25, 30 degree nights and go put it out. Now, I'm gonna come back about 2 months after this and I'm gonna come spray this entire thing one time with IMOX, I-M-O-X, at 6 to 7 ounces per acre. And I may even bring just a mower in here and mow this, because all I got to do is kind of keep these other things growing at bay while my clover catches up. And then when everybody's happy and growing this early summer, I'll just go ahead and kill everything but the clover with that IMOX, I-M-O-X. And by this fall, this place will be absolutely gorgeous. This is a white clover perennial blend. Not all clovers are made the same. This batch we got from Kelly Seed, and we needed a whole bunch of it, and it was local. We just did that with some clover, alfalfa, clover, antler, clover. I don't know what that is. I just know it's a good quality seed. That was just something we picked up today because we had to get this job done. I'm waiting for my shipment right now from Whitegold for my Clover Rush. But I don't know what they're gonna, this is a client's place. I don't know what they're gonna do with this next year. So to me, I just wanted to go in and get some clover I knew was fresh and could grow. And I bought it in bulk and then just put it down. And I will just maintain this place until they decide that they want to put in a fall plot or do something else. So, but right now, it is seeded and in clover, and it is going to be absolutely the most beautiful place all summer long. You can maintain it by mowing, you can maintain it by spraying IMOX, but in this case, this is just we're out of town. We swung by and grabbed what we could, a good mix that we knew that was good, a white bag, and threw it down just to maintain everything you see in front of us. So truck's way over there, we're headed that way. Chris Brackett's Land Life Podcast. This is what we do. Chris Brackett's Game Changers Land Management. If you're not using Aunt Jody to maintain your farm, better hope your neighbor isn't.